Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Thank you, Julie and Z and Jen, for the mic check.
Oh, I know something we could have put on the list. I feel like my mic's low or my headphones are low.
I think you're low.
What? I'm going to just...
Mic's actually higher than mine.
Then make my headphones. I'm going to test my, if my phone is connected. I'm going to call you, Anthony, just to see if I hear it. Okay. Yeah, low. Oh my God. Low. I'm going to just keep that. Okay. Stop there.
Little passenger princess over here.
Man, it sucked having to drive myself everywhere last week.
Z from NYC, thank you. Becky from Miami, thank you. And Sunali, thank you for your subscriptions. A couple of those with Prime. We got 39, 37, and 41 months. That's amazing.
It's awesome. Yeah, although I'll be honest, I did love drive. Like, I do like driving actually. I like driving when I'm by myself because I can like zone out, listen to whatever I want to listen to, whatever. But if there's someone else in the car, I'd rather be a passenger.
Talking to the mic, that's why you're not hearing yourself.
I'm looking at you.
Well, talking to your mic.
The music is very loud. I can't. I'm picking a new song. We'll have a new song by Thursday.
Jen and Lisa, thank you very much for your gifted subs. You'd have to pick 5 new songs, Carla Marie. You probably don't even know that. We got 5 songs. Every minute, we play a different song. Right now. Oh, we got more subs. We got Heather, Clean Pillows. Thank you very much.
I'll be honest, we probably don't have any clean pillows in our house.
That's good to hear.
You don't clean your pillows, you throw them out.
What? Oh, like I thought you meant pillowcases.
No, those need to be replaced too, but
FDM, good to see you. Oh, I still have to send Fred the Mailman the picture of the post office I took in Japan.
Send it. You act like you have to like print it out and mail it.
Well, yeah,
you should. Don't fax it to him.
We have Fred the Mailman, who works for the United States Post Office. We have my friend Sean, who works for UPS. I just got to find a FedEx plug, you know?
And a DHL, weirdo.
Yeah, but DHL, isn't that for mostly like international stuff?
Yeah. I said weirdo because I don't know anyone who works there. Ooh, Becky said, did you see my
I don't think I saw that yet. I'll check it, though. Jess from Minnesota, thank you very much for those 2 gifted Tier 1 subs.
Julie said stamps go up on the 14th. Will we have...
Forever stamps.
No, will we have the Alex Trebek one before or after that?
Yeah, that one's... Oh.
Are they going to do that? That's mean. Wait, I have 25 seconds. I have another pill.
We ruined Lenny's watch stream. His streak. Allison, thank you for that sub.
10, 9,
you can pre-order.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Dow Man hitting us up with a sub as we go live here on the Carla Marie and Anthony show.
That's my eye doctor.
Good morning, Carla Marie.
Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning to Carla Marie's eye doctor and to everyone else joining us in the chat today. We are at level 5 of the hype train. And I guess Carla Marie's, what are you, back on the wagon or off the wagon? You're drinking again.
I will partake in show shots when needed.
Well, you drank on the 4th of July too, right?
I did. And then I had anxiety for 3 days.
Why?
Because I was like, did I get too drunk? Did I do what?
Did you do anything stupid? What?
But I was like, I don't know. So I just now am like, maybe I should just
Maybe you should finish the sentence.
Dial it in.
What have you been doing?
dialing in a little bit.
During the countdown screen, we were talking about stamps because it was a riveting conversation.
It's Tuesday, July 9th.
Oh, it is Tuesday. And we were trying to figure out if we can buy the Alex Trebek stamps before the price of stamps goes up, because that stamp is a forever stamp, which means once you buy it, it doesn't matter if the price goes up, correct?
But yes, there seems to be a bit of a confusion still because you can pre-order them.
Okay.
But I saw someone say you pre-order them, but it's at the new price.
Oh, those bastards.
Which is so rude.
Fred, do something about it.
Two?
Yeah.
T-U-E-S.
I use 3 letters for all of them. Thu. Free.
I am changing that.
Wed.
I'm...
Mon.
Ugh.
How many letters do you want to use?
Twos, thurs, fry.
No, it's got to be consistent. I'm not adding a letter and taking a letter away. There's spacing that I got to worry about here, Carla Marie. Do you know nothing about font design? Jeez, what a peasant.
Well, it's
Every time Andrew and I used a public bathroom, or a bathroom anywhere in Japan, we just kept remembering how in America we poop like peasants. It's crazy.
But all you told us that there's a heated toilet seat.
It's
and
not
the spray.
It's the spray. It's the heat. It's the fact that the buttons are on the wall in front of you, not on the seat next to you.
Where are there buttons on a seat?
Like on bidet seats, like the ones that you ordered. It's got it on like the side.
I'm sorry, I can't install buttons on my bathroom wall.
Well, we should. They do. And it's amazing in Japan. And here's the thing. Think of like the nicest house you've been to. Okay? The richest person's home that you've been to.
Okay.
There's a good chance that there was no bidet. Right? Like, did Elvis have a bidet in the house?
I don't think so.
You can go to a subway toilet in Japan, and they have heated seats and bidets.
I mean, my friends from Egypt who I went to college with, that was like their biggest qualm with America.
Yeah.
They would literally leave bottles of water in the bathroom so that they could at least pour water on their
you put a little squirt bottle
or
like
whatever.
A little water bottle with a hole in the top. And you just squirt your butthole. But think about it. Like, we in America like to be like, oh, we're big, bad America. We're so amazing. Freedom, blah. You are walking around with shit in your butt. Stupid. Free your butt of the poop.
Yeah.
First.
I don't know what to tell you. I think one day we'll get bidets regular. I think because there's been a movement.
It starts with us. It starts with us.
Let's get Tushy on the horn.
We should. Carla Marie. Martha said that, again, heated seats are gross. It feels like warm ass. But I like warm ass. Why would I want cold ass? You ever sit on a cold toilet seat? Like maybe the heat's not so great where you are? Whew, you gotta get a little one of those guys.
Wakes you up though.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't want to be woken up through my butt.
It does feel like a warm seat feels like someone else has been sitting here way too long.
Let's see. Letty said I like my warm ass bidet.
The problem with any bidet that we install like ourselves in our toilet is that the electricity, so it has to be a cold water bidet.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
Why? What's we have here? I
think I'm just going to have to say, screw it, put some money down and make like a big deposit here. Toto was the brand that I saw all over Japan.
No, we're going to... Tushy, listen. We would love to work with you and we could get like a specific Carla Marie and Anthony Tushy that they could create.
Toto toilets on sale.
You're going to buy a whole toilet?
Yeah, I mean, they're not that much. Are they?
It was $900.
Let's go to TotoUSA.com. They probably don't even sell the good stuff here. There's probably some regulatory bullshit.
Yeah, they're definitely regulating it.
You know who we got to talk to? We know a friend who works for Sloan. They're like a big...
faucets.
Faucets, urinals.
Do I know who this is?
Yeah.
Say it.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to
spell
it. What, do we have dogs watching us? Let's see what kind of good poop stuff they have here. Let me put this on the screen for a second.
It is funny when around my nephew Michael now, we have to spell words.
Yeah.
And you go through like those phases where like around Adriana we could say whatever, but around Michael we have to spell it, and then pretty soon it's going to be, wait, I know what that was, and then we're screwed.
Let's see what the Drake looks like.
Why is it called the Drake?
Because it's poop.
But there's no bidet on these.
Exactly. So I'm going to go back. Here's the crazy thing. Toto, which is the company, the only reason I brought this up, it's the one that I saw all over the place in Japan. Mm-hmm. When you go to products, right, and then you go to toilets. No, don't.
Oh, what's that?
Location. Oh, what is this guy? Elevating your bathroom design through performance technology.
This conversation's making me have to go to the bathroom. To be
okay,
honest.
Shop all toilets.
Like, you know when you talk about food and you get hungry? Talking about toilets is making me have to go to the bathroom.
But then they have a separate They have a separate thing for bidets, so they don't even consider them toilets here. Oh no, it's just a standalone bidet, not built into your toilet. We used to have one of these guys growing up.
Until your brother drank out of it.
Yeah, until my brother used it as a fountain.
Which I guess it can't be that dirty, because you're not putting your butthole on the faucet.
Yeah, but I mean, there's particles and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is why I don't know if I like the idea of bidets in public bathrooms, but it's got to be sanitary, right? Like everyone's squirting their water with the same squirt. Squirting their butts with the same squirt.
It's no really, I mean, what are you telling me? Why wouldn't it be sanitary?
I don't know.
Listen.
It's a little weird to me.
This is going to be the beginning of a beautiful partnership between us and Tushy.
Okay, here we go. So what do we want? We want features. It needs to be... Oh, there's an auto flush. No, we want... Where's the butt rinser? What's that even called these days?
Wait, this isn't what we need. Get out of this. You're wasting everybody's time shopping for toilets.
You know what? It was crazy, though?
Toilet Tuesday.
At the really expensive hotel that we stayed in.
Yes.
The $800 hotel for one night. The toilet seat had a sensor. So when you opened the door and turned on the light, it goes up. And then you just leave and it goes down.
That's fancy.
Yeah. And it was heated. And I don't know if it had the pre-spray. Poopery spray. But everything else, it had a little sensor. You could have it go up and down and left and right.
It is funny when Americans travel, they're like, the toilet. Like,
yeah. Because we are barbarians here.
No, I know that. And that's the thing, like, we've talked about this before, is what I meant to say, that there's like this trend in Europe that are like, make fun of Americans because we don't leave America. We travel within America.
Yeah.
And they're like, but America's so big. This is why Americans travel within America, because they see their own country before going abroad.
Which I agree with.
Yes.
You should know America.
However, I'd say maybe it's social media getting people to leave the country. Whatever it is, over the last 5 to 10 years, we have seen a surge in people traveling abroad more.
Yeah.
And I think when Americans come home, they're like, and this is how anything, and since the history of time, has traveled across continents, people come back like, well, I want a bidet like I had in Japan. And then someone else comes to your house and they poop on your toilet and they're like, I need a bidet like Anthony has. And then it starts happening. So we need more people to go abroad, get their butts washed, and come back.
Yes. And I do think we should be traveling around America and getting to know our own country and our own people and seeing all the different regional foods and all that stuff. But I also, when you travel abroad, don't get me wrong, resort travel is great, right? You give me a nice cold drink and a beach and a
Sandals.
beach chair. It's fantastic. But also when you travel abroad, don't stick to the resorts, right? Go stay in a city. Go stay in, not Barcelona, they don't want you there right now, but go stay in Madrid, right? Go stay in Tokyo. Go stay in Taipei. And just see how the city operates. See how the people get to and from work. See what normal life is like in a different country. Because, like you said, it opens up your eyes, right?
I mean, yeah, I completely agree. One of the greatest things was that I got to travel with EF College Break. They were a sponsor of Z100. And I went on a trip with them to France and England when I was 24, 25. And other than, no, I don't even know if I had been to Canada at that point in my life. Other than maybe an island, I really hadn't left America. And it was just like super budget travel, but we went all over. Like I had a small luggage. We trained it from England to France, like all these different things. And it was just so eye-opening. It made me be like, I want to see more. And I think most of America is very much like, I'm just going to go to my vacation spot,
Aruba.
which is 2 out, like either 2 hour flight to Aruba or 2 hour drive to Jersey Shore or whatever it is in your area, right? People in Florida vacation in the same other part of Florida. Texas, same thing. California, they vacation same ski resort, same whatever. And we get into this habit because then we get sucked into timeshares and then we never leave the country because why would you go somewhere else if you just got roped into a timeshare?
But there's also like when you travel, you want, at some point, you don't want to learn something new every time, right? There are times where you want to travel and just relax. So you go to the places you're comfortable with. So I get that.
And
Fair the Mailman said, I rarely, if ever, resort travel.
But also a lot of it, you start having kids and it's way cheaper to take your kids to the beach town than it is to France.
Yeah. Also, I want to be very clear. I am all for resort time. Like when we went to Sandals, we got to go to all those resorts. And granted, we did excursions here and there. But man, there's just something about sitting in that beach chair without a worry in the world, enjoying your Bob Marley drink. It's good. It's good times.
It is good times.
And it's all about balance. Let's go back. We haven't actually talked about the list that we got here today because toilets wasn't even on it. No. Turlets.
My grandma.
Turlets. All right. We do have, speaking of travel, we do have our Costa Rica field trip.
Not a resort.
No, we're not staying at any resorts. Are we?
No.
It'll be fun and relaxing at times. We'll go on some adventures at times.
We are exploring.
So we will do that. You can hit that link that Claire just put in the chat. Thank you very much. Still is the early bird special, which saves you $200, and you only have to put 25% down, and then you could pay it off as you see fit. You want to throw in like $40 a week? Go for it. And that's it. You just got to be paid up by the final day. All right?
Yes.
Next, Andrew from Elvis's show, my travel buddy in Tokyo.
He claims he's going to call in 25 minutes, but I don't trust anything that guy says.
You know, now that I've traveled with him, I never trusted him before. Never even liked him, honestly. But I think I like him now. I trust him a little bit. You know?
No, because I know from what Scotty B says on serial killers that like once the end of the Elvis Duran in the Morning Show happens, 10 a.m. Eastern time, Andy,
he's a busy man.
He's busy. And he makes promises he can't keep.
Well, he's got a job
So we'll see.
that he's got to do. But 11:45 his time, he ain't doing squat.
What? He's got to record. I don't even know. The People's podcast
The People's Podcast with a rock?
The people who fell in love on ABC and got in trouble.
Oh, yeah, Amy and Todd or something? No? It's an Amy, isn't it? Amy and Travis.
AJ.
Amy and AJ?
AJ and Amy. TJ. AJ. TJ.
I don't know. I don't know who they are. But he will be joining us because Carla Marie has questions that she feels like she hasn't got answers from me, I guess, about Tokyo.
Not really. It's not about Tokyo.
It's
about traveling with you.
Oh. And then Carla Marie is famous on Reddit. Should we do that now?
I have no idea what is happening.
Okay. So let's get into Carla Marie being famous on Reddit. You've posted on Reddit before, right?
Well, my posts on Reddit are normally like, hey, I'm trying to edit this video in this program and it's not working. Why?
Okay.
Is what I normally do. I like reading Reddit.
So you know how Reddit works, where once you post something, you can get like trying
not to look.
upvotes and downvotes and stuff like that, and
Yes.
then it gets more viral based on the amount of upvotes. When were you most recently on TV, Carla Marie?
Last Monday.
Okay, and what were you talking about last Monday, and where were you?
On King 5, New Day Northwest.
Anything else?
We did Hot Topics.
Okay, what were some of the topics?
So we talked about monster novels, like monster romance novels that are happening. Raw dogging it on flights.
Okay.
Which we also talked about here. Mm-hmm. Traveling without your significant other.
Well, it seems like someone here in the Seattle Reddit.
Yeah.
So like the whole Seattle Reddit that has 578,000 members,
Oh my God.
was watching you on New Day Northwest while you and Amity were talking about raw dogging flights.
Okay.
Okay.
What does
And
it
this
say?
is the screenshot that was taken.
Are you putting it up for everybody?
I am. This was the screenshot that was taken. Oh, now it's not coming up, of course. Hold on. Hold, please. There we go.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
The caption, I'll read it to you.
Okay, please tell me someone else saw this. This is what it's titled.
The title, yeah, please tell me someone else saw this. And then it says, it was clear the person on the far right did not know the meaning behind the phrase. The person on the far left, which is Carla Marie, was trying so hard not to laugh. Just what a masterpiece.
Okay.
10 out of 10. And the tagline on screen while Carla Marie is on Hot Topics says, in-flight raw dogging, the new travel trend.
Do I need to co-comment on it?
You can. It has 821 votes, 121 comments.
Stop. I need to read all of these.
It doesn't tell you how many people have viewed it, right?
No, it
on
doesn't.
Reddit?
How Reddit works.
Let's see. And I feel like the comments should be better. Oh, and then someone wrote, what does the PG version of this term mean? And someone wrote, when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much, they take a flight, and instead of using their phone or a tablet, they just stare off into the abyss, zone out, digital detoxing.
Let me tell you something about people on Reddit. They are the funniest part of the internet. Oh, there's a whole video they're sharing. Is that YouTube link? Is that link King Fives, or did somebody else put it up there? That's what I need to know.
Let's see.
Okay,
It's King Fives.
Okay.
Hold on. Let's see. King Fives video on it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's funny. There are more upvotes on Reddit about this video than there are views on the video. And that's how wild the internet is. It doesn't make any sense. But there are a lot of comments on it. I'm not going to go through all of them. But Carla Marie is Reddit famous now.
At least it's this.
At least
Could
it's
be way worse.
At least you're the one who knew.
I'm going to send this to them. So,
They have to know.
how did you find this?
Actually, Jordan found it.
Jordan, who works,
Yeah.
our office mate.
Yeah, Shot Girl Jordan.
She better start coming in here with sparklers if we're going to call her that.
Let's see. It's in the top 1% of all Reddit groups. The Seattle Reddit, that is. So you're up there, Carla Marie. It doesn't have a badge, though.
Maybe I need to comment on it.
So Carla Marie is now Reddit famous. How do you feel?
I feel good, actually. Like, I feel good that it was that and not like anyone else see this dumb idiot on TV.
So yeah, you have officially made it. Oh, there's Jordan. Jay at Seattle Cocktail Club.
Yes.
Can we have her change her name to Shot Girl Jordan?
Yes.
I think that's what it should be.
Meg said, I commented in the AITA, that's Am I the Asshole?
Mm-hmm.
And woke up to over 4,000 likes on my
Wow.
comment. I was shocked.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about Reddit is the most random thing from a small account can just take off. I remember our friend Chris brought his dog into the Roosevelt's office when it was a little puppy. It was like a little Frenchie, and it was like this big, and it was just on a desk, and it took someone's pencil. They posted that picture to Reddit, and it was on the front page of Reddit as the top post of the day with like millions of likes.
Yeah.
And granted, pets and babies do pretty well on the internet.
Reddit is such an interesting part of the internet because it doesn't get the fanfare, right? Like, it doesn't get the glam that something like an Instagram or TikTok gets, or Facebook.
Yeah.
But there's a wealth of knowledge there. Obviously, you have to fact check everything, but it is the one place where you can, I think, truly communicate with strangers. It's almost like AOL chat rooms.
I think the reason that Reddit isn't as big or isn't talked about as much as the other ones is twofold. I think the first reason is you can't just aimlessly scroll. There's like things you have to do,
read,
right? Like you have to read, number one. And yes, there's pictures and videos and stuff, but it's not the mindless scroll.
Right.
And it's also not glamorous in terms of influencers.
100%. And it's
that's
you
why.
can monetize it.
Instagram, what Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook and TikTok have all done is sold the idea that you can use those apps to be famous.
Yes.
And to make your life easier because they sell this idea that the influencer life is like all sunshine and butterflies, right? And that's why Reddit isn't with those, because Reddit's not as sexy in that way. Let's take our break right now, actually.
Okay, good, because I got to pee from the toilet talk.
And we'll get back, talk a little bit about Japan, see if Andrew's actually going to join us.
I can't believe I'm famous on Reddit.
See, that's how it starts.
What? Now that it's going...
Now everyone thinks you could be famous on Reddit, and maybe people will be on it. All right, we'll be right back. Oh, hold on. Hold on, I'm working on it. I don't know why it didn't take. There we go. All right, we got 10 seconds until this ad break is over. Have you talked to Sir Andrew?
Not in a long time.
Oh boy, he's gonna stand us up, isn't he? All right, let's get back to it. Oh, what are those little emotes that just popped up on our screen?
What's happening?
I don't know. Let's see what's going on here. Danny B, thank you very much for that sub with Prime. Appreciate that. And
Is that what caused all that confetti?
I don't know. I'm not sure really.
10,042 followers. So cool.
That is pretty cool. So shout out to, by the way, to Young Nails for rating our channel yesterday. Turns out if we just stay on a little longer, we can get some raids.
Yeah, we
will not be doing a 2-hour show today, though.
Not today.
What were you saying? Their show starts around the same time as ours, right?
I think it starts after because they normally finish after us. That's why they can't raid us.
That makes sense.
We should raid them. Oh, should we try to raid them today?
We could.
Do you remember how to do it?
Yeah, I need to see if they're actually on. But if you remember, I mentioned Sloan, the toilet company here in America.
Yes.
And I reached out to our person who knows some people there. And it looks like they might be working on some things.
Do they have bidets there?
They do. I think the problem is not a lot of people in America sell them or buy them. So it's more of like a European or Asian product.
Are they going to install new toilets in our home?
Maybe. We could work on it. I don't want to say too much, but maybe we can work on some things, I'm telling you, it's got to be a butt cleaning revolution here in America.
We get a bidet, the cats get a little robot.
We are literally living like we're in the Wild West. I may as well go shit in a hole. Use some eucalyptus leaves to wipe my butt.
Okay, but you say that, but in Taiwan, we didn't have bidets. We actually had to poop in toilets that were in the ground that one place.
There were one or two places, like old school places in Japan, that had the ground toilets.
Because you're supposed to squat to poop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't have to use that, thankfully. It was actually where I took the murder hornet shot.
Oh, you had to poop there?
There was a bathroom there, so I went and I peed, but they had little closets with the hole in the ground.
Did you pee into the hole?
No, I peed in a regular urinal.
Oh.
It was like a slightly modern toilet, but at least when you're, the squat makes more sense too. Apparently Andrew is, he's got the squatty potty and a bidet.
He's just got a transformer?
Yeah, he's got a lot going on his toilet, but he says it's the best experience you can have.
It's good for your belly to squat, squatty potty.
Do we need a squatty potty as well?
We just get a freaking step stool.
And what, the whole idea is your knees are supposed to be higher or something?
Yeah, you poop this way.
I mean, my knees are normally higher. Maybe it's just for short people.
My feet, if I sat on the toilet properly, my feet would dangle.
No, they wouldn't. Really? You're that short?
At home, yeah. Basically, they'd be like toes.
That's crazy to me. Yeah. Because I think my butt's lower than my knees when I sit.
Absolutely not.
I'll go measure it later. I'll go take the leveler, put it on my thigh, and see where the bubble goes. So, you're a little off center there, Carla Marie. You good? Okay.
I'm really glad your water bottle is on display today.
Oh my God, your water bottle's on display. You have tissues on the table.
You can't see them.
It doesn't matter. Let's see. I've given the squatty potty as a Christmas gift. Big hit. Says it's Meg, not Megan. Anyone else use a squatty potty?
Jen said the squatty potty is tall, so your knees are basically in your chest.
I don't know if I'm going to like that. How much is a squatty potty these days? It's not expensive, right?
My friend Alex has one too.
Wasn't that a
Shark
Tank one? Let's see. Squatty potty. Oh, we're looking at $40.
That's not the...
Oh, Tushy has a squat stool ottoman.
I got to email them.
Anyone know anyone at Tushy? Let's get ourselves
I know he used to work with Elvis. Andy might. We'll ask him when he calls in.
Oh, they got different colors of squatty potties. Buttercream. How do you pronounce that one? Top or taupe?
Taupe.
Taupe?
I say taupe.
There's no way it's taupe. Taupe? There's no way that spells taupe.
Hold on. How do you need different squatty potties based on your height?
I don't
Like,
know.
shouldn't we need different ones?
How it works in 20 seconds. I'm not going to watch the whole video because I don't have 20 seconds. The original Squatty Potty is only $24, just so everyone knows. But then they got some bamboo stuff. The original 9-incher, that's what they called me in high school.
Bamboo flip. That's a good one. The bamboo flip seems like it's different sizes. Like what's taller on one side.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I like that one.
We have how to say it. Wait, I'm not.
Oh, it is taupe.
I know how to say it. I'm not connected to Bluetooth anymore, though, so it's good to check.
Is it? It's taupe?
Every time. Do you remember we were trying to explain, DJ sent that we were trying to explain to him, Amy, and Lindsay, who we all work with here at the office, how I didn't know her.
What are you trying to say? Slow down. Make a sentence.
We were trying to explain to them. That's what they used to call me in high school.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
didn't they open for Pearl Jam?
Yeah.
And like we couldn't fully explain it because you needed it to happen
Yes.
in that moment. And that's a good one.
Like the
But
original
also,
9-incher.
But an example that everyone does is every time we go to talk about Factor food, code CMA50, I always go to be like, Factor, I didn't even know her. That's the easiest example. Andy said 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Hold on.
Ugh. He's the worst.
Wait.
Taupe.
It is taupe. You were right.
Taupe.
I know.
T-A-U-P. Why isn't it just T-O-P-E? Like nope. We have the word. We have all the sounds
Because
there.
like our toilets, our language makes no sense.
What asshole made that word? Taupe. Taupe.
Seems French.
Taupe.
See?
Like rectum damn near killed him. That's a good one too. Blame the French, says Cheese Dot.
Taupe.
On taupe?
Taupe.
There was something I read, and I know we've talked a lot about bidets today, but there was something I read where one of the reasons that we don't use bidets here in America is due to the rivalry between the English and the French back in like the colonial days of America and pre-colonial days of America. And I guess the super like Puritan English thought the French were dirty sluts, basically.
Because they used a bidet.
And because they had more sex. And they related bidets
with being
to French people doing it. And they said, we're not going to have bidets, basically.
so
We're not the slutty French. We're not going to have bidets.
So they didn't think bidets were. They thought it was not to clean your butt. It was just to clean your front.
Yeah, basically.
And for women only.
Yeah, for like prostitutes, I think.
Now, okay, cool.
So that's why, and that's for like, because then the English.
But now, really, if you think about it, they're the clean sluts and we are the dirty sluts.
Yes. Yes. Let's see. Sonali said, we can't use bidets in the U.S. because we can't have nice things. Can you imagine a bidet in a public restroom? I could.
Yes, because
It's a little faucet, right? It's not
the day
full,
Amy,
it's a spigot.
we have one here at the office, and I was like, I don't understand what the satellite tool means. There's like a little logo on there that looks like a satellite. And I was like, what is that one?
It's the Dave Matthews button.
It's apparently supposed to clean the front, but I don't know what looks like a satellite.
Oh, so in Japan, because that's my whole personality now, there wasn't a satellite button to clean the front. There was an arrow, and you can move the nozzle wherever you needed to aim.
So anyway, I said, what is that? And then Amy went in the bathroom, and I said, I'm backing away if you're doing this. Good thing I did. That water squirted about 10 feet. I'm not even kidding. Out of the bathroom into the hallway. So.
Yeah. Oh, that exists on Tushies as well, says Cheese Dot.
The satellite?
I guess
Or the nozzle?
maybe the nozzle, the redirecting one. So I'm telling you, that's what we need. Every bathroom in America. At least let's start with our homes, right? I'm not going to ask the government to start installing bidets.
We don't
They
even
can
have
barely
books.
build roads. Right. But let's take it upon ourselves to clean our buttholes a little bit more.
Cheese Dot said you can adjust the angle a good bit. We'll have you over for dinner and we can examine.
They have one. They've had one for a year, he said. So I think that's what we need to do. Which style did you get? What brand?
I don't know. I don't think it fits our toilet.
It was just a random one on Amazon?
Yeah. It's the same one we have at the office.
I'm telling you, I might have to reach out to that Toto company.
Trash Panda said in Italy they have them in their homes, not in public. That's my people.
Yeah, I do think I would much rather use it at home. Plus, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not really going number 2 in public to begin with, so it's not really a concern for me.
I'm going number 2 wherever my body tells me.
I'm trying not to. Although, okay, we're all friends here.
You don't get to make that decision.
I do. I've made that decision for a long time in my life.
I would literally poop my pants.
So, let me explain something, though. When I was flying out to Japan on June 29th, it's a long flight, right? We're talking about 9.5 hours on the way out there. And about 2 hours into the flight, I felt some rumbling.
Yeah, and
I was like, this can't happen. It's never happened before in my life. I've never had to sit on a airplane toilet before. What?
First of all, what?
I've never
How
sat.
privileged.
Yeah, it's
because
a good life.
I have to sit because if not, do
your Kegel exercises because
No,
I do mine in my butt.
The problem with airplane toilets is they're too tall for me, so I can't even squat. And if I do, I'm holding on to those handles.
So
I gotta use the cover.
And I never wanted. It's the worst experience.
Sitting?
I don't know how anyone over 5'5" sits on an airplane toilet.
It's not tall in there.
My knees were on the push door. I almost pushed it open with my knees.
They're making those bathrooms smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
When we as a society are getting larger and larger.
But that was the first time in my life that I had to sit down on an airplane toilet. I don't suggest it. 0 out of 10 experience. Yeah. I don't suggest it to anybody. It's like I had to sit in a coffin like this.
It's a forced squatty.
Yeah, it's the worst.
And then every time I've ever used the airplane bathroom in my whole life, we had turbulence.
I've been in the bathroom with some turbulence. That's not fun, especially when you're a guy and you're trying to aim. But yeah, let's see. Jess from Minnesota said, my husband is 6'8". He'd rather dehydrate than use an airplane toilet. I don't know. Listen, I'm 5'11", and I can barely fit in an airplane bathroom. This, on the flight back from Japan,
yeah,
they had, I don't know if this was just like a newer style. The ceiling in the bathroom almost comes like straight out from the toilet. So when I peed, it was like
right there.
It was like right here.
But think about these parents that are taking their toddlers into the bathroom.
I'd
Where's everybody
leave the
going?
door open. I'm leaving the door open at that point and just coaching my kid from outside.
Not a chance. They would let you.
I'll be like, hey, good job, guy. Good for you. What else do we have here? What did Trash Panda say there?
Fred said something funny and I missed it. Oh, go up. He said airplane toilets make me feel like I'm Houdini trying to escape the safe. You know,
and then you're trying to turn.
I panicked last time we were flying together because I could not get out of the bathroom. And I was like, well, at some point the flight attendant's going to have to knock and be like, are you okay? But I also didn't want to be like, hello. And I didn't have my phone to even like attempt to text you.
They have to have some way to open it from the outside, right?
I could not get the lock. And then I slid it. I don't know. They're doing all kinds of things to these bathrooms now. I was like,
I will say I had a middle seat on the way back, which was
middle.
What?
You had 4 people.
It was so this was a gigantic plane. It had like 4 different sections.
Oof.
I wasn't in steerage this time. I was in Comfort Plus on Delta, which is like a little bit better. It's not great, but I was in the middle section of seats where there are 4 next to one another. So I was in the middle seat on the right, I guess you could say, for sitting down. And I will say when we hit turbulence, it was actually a good seat to be in because it was basically the center of the plane and the like center aisles or center rows and the middle.
So you don't feel it?
So I didn't really feel, a lot of people were like shaking and whatnot. And I was kind of just in the middle like this. Like there wasn't a lot of movement.
That's weird.
It was pretty cool. It was very comfortable. Like in that respect, it was a very comfortable flight. Have you heard from Mr. Andrew?
Any moment now, hopefully. So like Jess from Minnesota, her husband, 6'8".
Yeah.
He's got to get extra leg room, right?
There's no way.
But here's my question. I think that airlines, I don't know whether they're going to measure you at the gate. I'm not sure. You shouldn't have to pay extra just because your body is different than mine.
People have been saying that for years. I mean, heavier people have been saying that for years.
Yeah, it's
Taller
true.
people, I guess no one feels pity for tall people because everyone's like, you're tall, shut up. Everyone wants to be you.
So much has been handed to you. You can literally grab anything you want.
Yeah, can you dunk? Shut up.
Can you get something out of the cabinet?
I'm not listening to you. Let's see. Jess said, yes, he pays extra on every single flight.
Hello, Mr. Andrew. Oh, wait, hold on. It switched. Why would it do that? Hold on, please. Hold on. Nope. Okay, you should be there now.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Ooh, your voice sounds different now.
Like weird or just different?
It kind of sounds like you're underwater now, but it's fine because as long as it sounds good on your end, I'm, just a side character to this right now.
Correct. No, it's because you were on speakerphone. Now you're through our mics, so you're.
But it should be better now, not worse.
But
you know what? It sounded better, but it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, good to know. We'll test that out later. So everyone, this is our friend Andrew, aka Andy. He is our former coworker at Elvis Duran in the Morning Show. Kind of. And that's who Anthony traveled to Japan with last week. So I wanted to get Andy on because Anthony will not stop talking about Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And the toilets. We just did a whole show about bidets. I don't know if you're feeling the same way, Andy.
I've always felt the same way, but Japan is just like, it is the mecca of like toilet cleanliness. Like, why are we all not doing it?
Yeah.
It makes the most sense. Like, it's clean, it's hygienic. Everyone needs to get on board ASAP.
Oh, you know what else they had that we saw they had it in our Airbnb and a couple other bathrooms. So in like the toilet closet, right? Because the toilet's by itself.
Right.
They don't have a sink. Okay. But you know how the back of your toilet fills up with water?
Yes.
After you flush it? So they have a faucet on top of the basin, if you will, that your water fills up in. And you could rinse your hands in that, and then it goes into the back seat of the toilet.
Is there soap?
Well, why would you don't really need soap?
Why do I need to rinse my hands?
Well, you just rinse your hands, I don't know, out of like courtesy, if you need to.
Yeah, because then you could like go clean them later. But like in the meantime, it's like you're going to use that water anyway to fill up the tank. So you could just do like a quick rinse of your hands.
I'm not loving this one.
Why?
I'll go back to I'm okay with the bidet.
But you got to think about it. You weren't wiping your poop with your hand because it was sprayed off of your butt. You were just drying.
Okay.
They did also have a thing that you could like wipe your seat down. They had almost like Purell before you like went to wipe the seat down in the stall. And they also had a sound machine that would play in case, you were doing like you needed a little more personal space while you were doing a number two.
Where was this?
Oh yeah. A lot of the one in the train station.
No way.
They have like a little thing. It has like music on it and it plays waterfalls or it plays like birds chirping as you're going. So this way it's like, oh, this is not going to be good. So instead of flushing, you can just play the noise.
Well, okay, we've talked about toilets a lot,
for
but like
50
we've literally
whole minutes.
Almost the whole show today has been toilets, Andrew. So what questions did you have for Andrew?
Well, I wanted Andy to ask Andy what
Andrew.
Sorry.
Andrew, at this point, Carla can say whatever she wants because I call her Carla.
Oh, okay.
So, Andrew, what did you think of traveling with Anthony? Because I've done this a bunch, so I'm curious what you thought.
Honestly, we make really good travel partners. We both, I feel like, are on the same thing where it's just kind of like, the best thing that I feel you could ever do with a travel partner is know when like the quiet parts are there. Sometimes you go and travel with people and they just feel like they need to fill up all the quiet space with like talking and being like, oh my God, what are we doing next? Anthony and I kind of balance each other out. Like we just kind of knew where we were going. Anthony was really good at kind of being proactive of like, I'm going to get us to this location or I'm going to like think ahead for like a meal. It was like really A+. Loves traveling with Anthony.
Wow.
Thank you. I would say the same thing about Andrew too. Andrew and I do agree. Like we just kind of like vibed well the whole time.
Yeah.
And I think what was cool was neither of us like panicked about anything.
What
neither
are you
of us
panicking about?
No, like if in case a train was late or you were going to ride, we're going to take this trip as it comes and we're going to enjoy all the experiences. Even when we had that one dinner that neither of us really enjoyed, we said, you know what? It's an experience.
Was that in the fancy hotel?
Yes. It was the most expensive dinner we had. But we just said, even though we don't love this food, it is an experience that we're going through. And that's it.
Exactly. It's more about the experience. Even the bus that we needed to book out tickets in advance, and I didn't because I got confused because everything is in Japanese to book. With that train that we took, then I wouldn't have gotten that amazing train video pulling up to Mount Fuji.
Yeah. So when we were trying, I mentioned this a little bit yesterday. There was an express bus we could have taken from the station nearby where we were staying directly to the station closest to Mount Fuji. That one sold out. So we ended up having to take, was it 2 or 3 trains?
Jeez.
It was like 2 or 3 trains.
Yeah. So, but they were much slower. One of them was like a commuter, like an NJ Transit style train, which was much nicer though, because everyone had a tray table, everyone had an outlet, everyone had storage above their seats. The seats had headrests that were adjustable. It was beautiful.
Yep.
Then we got on like a very old train. That maybe went 4 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
I think if we really wanted to, we could have ran faster than that train. But it was beautiful.
It would literally stop at a station like 2 seconds away, and you'd be like, "Did we really need to do that?"
Yeah.
Or like,
oh, I thought that was train was part of your tour of Mount Fuji. That was your.
That was a train. Yeah, that was an actual train.
mm-hmm.
But it was great because we got to see views of Mount Fuji from this like old school train. We went through, different like farming and rural neighborhoods.
That's cool.
Under the mountain.
Okay, so you appreciate even like the mess ups.
Yeah,
obviously
exactly.
that happened. Andy, you've been to Japan a bunch. This was Anthony's first time. Would you move there?
I think I would. Like, I think number one thing is everyone's always like, "Oh my God," but like you don't speak Japanese. You really don't need to speak Japanese to go to Japan and have a good time. So much of it is in English, like the signs, everything else. And culturally, I just kind of just like appreciate just how like it's such a different type of like culture there, and it's really nice to see them all look out for like each other. Like I feel like here it's kind of just like dog eat dog world.
Mm-hmm.
There it's kind of like what's good for one person is good for everyone.
That's
so like
cute.
Look out for like your fellow person, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, definitely not happening here in America.
And obviously, if you
Absolutely
move there,
not.
you'll learn a little bit. You'll learn enough over time. And like Andrew said, I mean, so much is in English. You have translator apps. You have the amount of times I used like Google Translate the photo version. And there's even a live translate feature. It wasn't perfect, but when we were getting our cooking instructions on the boat that we were on, I used the live translate, and it got us through enough that we understood because that was actually probably the place where they spoke the least amount of English. Was we took this boat that had like little hibachi style personal tables.
It was Manjam.
Manjam.
Manjam, yeah.
Was the name of the food, which looks like slop, kind of, but it was actually very good. Didn't look appetizing, but was.
What is it? Anthony hasn't been able to describe to me what this food was.
I think it's just lettuce, or cabbage and eggs, and then you kind of just can do whatever you want with the manjam as long as it's on the grill, and then you just mix stuff in, and it's it was weird. It wasn't. Yeah, I can't even explain it myself. Yeah. It kind of just looks sloppish.
And it was something that when you looked at it, you were going to go, there's no way I'm going to like this food. And then you eat it and you go, I don't want to like it, but I do.
That's crazy.
Yeah. AMS 06H said, I lived in Japan for 4 years and don't speak any Japanese.
See?
So it's possible.
That's really cool.
And you can stay there. You don't need a visa at all. And you can stay there for up to 90 days, just visiting. After that, you would need a visa. And I believe they do have digital nomad visas right now. So you can stay for up to 6 months, I believe.
Oh, wow.
As long as you can prove that you are working digitally, whether that means you're a content creator, whether that means you're working remotely, whatever, you just have to prove to them you're not going to show up and just be doing nothing.
Okay. Andrew, was there any point of the trip, and you can be honest, where you were like, Anthony, no, this is not happening, or you're driving me nuts, or whatever?
No, I could genuinely say I never had one moment.
How come I have those moments though?
Because you're not as easygoing as Andrew.
I think we both had a moment where when it was the end of the night, when we were going to the Sky Tower, and the people weren't moving in line, and then we missed the Pokemon store to get him the Captain Pikachu. That one was one where we both were. It was a down moment. It was a quick down moment for us.
It was, but it was also
we had walked 25,000 steps that day.
Yeah, we were just exhausted. And just to put this in context, so Sky Tower, it's I think the tallest point in all of Japan. And there's observation decks at 2 different levels and whatnot. They usually have 4 elevators that take you to the bottom. One of them was broken, and we were there at the end of the night. So everyone was leaving at the same time. I never felt more claustrophobic and like we were actually cattle being moved through lines.
Not for me.
And there was no other way. You had to wait for one of those three elevators. And it took, what did you think it'd take? 30 minutes to get down?
Oh, yeah. It took 30 minutes. It was 8:15, and we were like, oh, we're going to get down there. 8:30, have 30 minutes to find this Pokemon store. You're going to get your Pikachu. This is so great.
Yep.
Like, oh, it's the perfect cap to the night. And then, that didn't happen. None of that happened, actually.
That's sad.
And you know that everyone knows the feeling. It's the end of the day. You're tired, a little hungry. You've been walking all day, and that was the last thing we needed. But even then, I think we were annoyed and a little disappointed that I couldn't get to the Pokemon Center store, but I think we were still in pretty good spirits.
Yeah, I mean, we made it. We made the best of it, so there were no complaints on my end.
We had Nick NYC in the chat say Andrew is just such an easygoing person. Are you though? Would you say you're an easygoing person?
I think I am. I mean, I pretty much, as long as I'm not doing anything like so off base from what I think the plan is, I'm pretty easygoing.
But you did plan the whole trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because the last time I went, and I've only been once before, it was like not really planned. We just kind of flew by the seat of our pants because it was like we don't really know what's going on. So this time I was like, I need to go in with a plan. I want to see everything. I still don't think I saw everything, which is like super unfortunate. But I mean, it's amazing because the next time I go, I don't need to do as much touristy stuff. That was like my big thing. Like I want to go and see so much that the next time I go, I can have a day where I wake up at like 11, 12 and just relax.
And I mean, listen, I'm not going to be the big planner on most trips unless someone tells me, hey, you have to plan it. But
that person would be very silly.
No, they'd be fine. Like my brother's bachelor party is going to be awesome and I plan the whole thing. But anyway, I knew that I was kind of tagging along on Andrew's trip. So I just said, whatever Andrew wants to do, I'm down for it. And he's been there before. He's going to be there for a week longer than I am on this trip. So he's going to have a better lay of the land.
Tour guide.
And what was cool was both of us agreed, like, doing the quote unquote, like corny touristy stuff was fine by us because we are tourists.
Yeah.
Right? Like, there are so many accounts like, oh, all the tourists go to this one place. I was like, yeah, that's because we want to see it because it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like going to New York and being like, oh my God, you went to Times Square. It's like, well, yeah, because I would like to see it.
Yeah.
And then I can do all the fun stuff that's like hidden in New York or Seattle.
Yeah.
Fred the Mailman said, Andrew's 2 favorite foreign countries to visit, Japan and Cleveland.
Yeah, it's so true.
We actually did. Andrew and I were talking about the trip that we took to Cleveland while we were in Japan, saying how fun it was.
Yeah.
And
were you on that one, Carla?
No, I did not.
No, that was me, you, and Sam going out to visit Josh.
And I was on a Disney cruise.
You weren't invited anyway, though.
Oops.
This was a roommate's trip.
It was a roommate's trip.
Even though Andrew wasn't living with us.
I moved in like 3 months later. Okay, Andy. Well, you know what? On that note, goodbye. No, just kidding. But don't forget to listen to Serial Killers. That is the podcast that Andy does with Scotty B. It is a good time. Have you guys recorded a new episode since you've been back?
Yeah, we just did.
Did you bring back any cereal?
I didn't because like I did so much that I didn't get to go to I didn't have a Don Quixote day like Anthony did. Like I needed one more day to really just go shopping and not scramble in the airport like I did. So I didn't get to bring home any cereals like I did the last time.
And Scotty definitely gave you shit for that.
Oh yeah, he already has. But I mean, honestly, we wouldn't have gotten to them for like another 6 months because Scott likes to put all my stuff that I bring back in like the back of the pile. So it's fine.
But you can listen to a perfectly curated episode of Serial Killers wherever you get your podcast. It is a lot of fun.
Oh, thanks for that shout out. Love you guys.
Love you, buddy.
Okay, wait, goodbye. But also Scotty would like, not your Scotty, different Scotty, would like a Pug and Tones travel podcast.
Oh, it would be great.
Say less. let's just go fun places. I'm in.
Done.
Okay.
See you later,
Well-
everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Andy.
Later,
Love
Andy.
you, jerk. You suck.
I did. Andrew brought up the fact that he didn't have like a Don Quixote day. I spent the last day I was there when I posted the video of how overwhelming Don Quixote is. I spent, I think, 2 hours, maybe even longer, in that store, just going floor to floor, because you also forget what was on every floor because they're so packed with stuff, and there's no like rhyme or reason, I felt, to where certain sections were. Like, yes, there was a toy section, but the toy section was also right next to like the adult toy section.
Oh, well, toys.
Yeah, it was literally like, oh, you could buy a Pokemon costume for your kids and an egg to like do things with.
Since I'll be probably winding down my breast explant journey podcast, because I'm just not every week going to be like, this is how I feel.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't want to keep beating people over the head. I've had a lot of amazing guests on. I don't want to repeat. There are a few more things I do want to do. But I think you and Andy should almost do a podcast, a mini series about your trip where you just break down like a few days at a time per episode. That would be awesome.
Maybe. I'll see if he's got time for it.
I think these mini series living in our feet are.
I think what we need is Andrew and I should quit everything that we're doing currently and just hit the road as travel influencers. You know what Andrew did point out to me, though?
Go ahead.
There was, like I've said a lot, my whole feed has been Japan
That's not mine.
things. That's not yours. My whole feed has been like videos about Japan. Do these 5 things. This is the best place to take a picture of this and whatnot. And I followed a lot of these people. And this one girl I followed, it turns out a lot of her stuff was in Osaka, but she does like really good videos of where to find certain hidden gems and whatnot.
Hold on.
Yes.
I think this was an accident.
What?
Can someone undo that?
What'd you do?
Michael, your brother, just banned Eats and Tweets, but there's absolutely nothing she could have said, and we know her. So can we just make sure she's unbanned, please?
I can also do that on my end.
I'm so glad I saw that.
Okay. But so there's this girl, and I'll show you her page. She's like a tiny little influencer. She's got
She looks like AI. She looks
She
like
does.
if AI made a girl.
290,000 followers. And all of her content is stuff about, oh, do this in Japan, don't do this,
Yeah.
whatever. She's like a tour guide. And I was showing her to Andrew. And he said, yeah, I think she also has an OnlyFans. And I went, wait, what? And now it all started to make sense because randomly, in the middle of her like really well done Japan videos, would just be like her in a bikini. Like, all right, maybe she understands the algorithm.
Smart.
And I said, there's no way. So I clicked on her link, and it turns out she does have a spicy page.
Okay. I'm not even, like, I know it's going to sound funny when I'm saying this, but because
Yeah.
I've joked about doing OnlyFans. I forget, Lily Allen, which actress last week, launched an OnlyFans for her feet.
Okay.
And we've, like, why not? Why don't I just do an OnlyFans for my feet? I can make so much money.
And I think what's cool about this girl, though, is she's like, I don't know what her OnlyFans page entails of. I don't know how like extreme it gets, but I feel like she's actually living a pretty fun life, just exploring Japan and then making money however else she makes money.
I think I'm going to do it. I think I'll do the OnlyFans feet, but then do Instagram about, so I did OnlyFans for my feet, and this is how it's going.
Michael, my brother, just apologized to Eats and Tweets.
I don't even think she's in the chat right now. I don't know.
All right. It is time to get out of here. What?
I think you and Andrew should, and if he doesn't want to do it, maybe there's conflicts of interest. You should do a Japan breakdown.
We'll see. I feel like I'm just doing them here.
Will you listen to me?
All right. We will figure it out. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. We appreciate you. Thank you to Andrew for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Carla Marie, any last words?
No. Tones roams. What a good idea, Fred.
That is a good one. Peace out.